Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hey everyone.
You sound so shy today.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Well, no. Welcome back to the Blue Chair Group reunion tour. This is episode 2 officially of the Blue Chair Group. If you saw
officially.
our last bonus episode, give a big round of applause for Lucas still being alive.
Congrats, Luca. Big achievement.
That was,
Officially
we
made it through
needed
the
that.
16 days.
Yes. Have you gone foraging for mushrooms since?
I have not, but I did eat a few foraged mushrooms I think it was more than 16 days ago, I'd have to say. Maybe 14. Yeah, but I think I'm safe. There's no diarrhea or incessant vomiting or anything.
So why the
I think we're
16
in the clear.
days? Is that like the health guideline? Like quarantine?
Exactly. It's like, with COVID, you have all these 3 to 10 days when you're contagious, unless you have symptoms for longer. Yeah, it's the same. The official mushroom poison control decided that the deadly time frame is between 6 to 16 days of consuming.
I'd say you're
Sadly,
safe.
yeah, really made it. I feel #blessed.
Also here joining us is Shamil, who was going by a different name briefly.
Yeah, yeah. That was that recording as
It wasn't caught in the recording. Trust me.
that was
Yeah,
that was just my stage name.
Yeah, I don't know if you can find him anywhere on this platform, but I do know that
No, no,
Shamil's very popular.
you gotta go to different platforms to see that kind of content.
He might have a link tree in his Instagram bio. You can pull
I'll
him up.
I'll put it in the YouTube descriptions.
Yeah, and also I'm here. Happy as always to be joining you all.
Jacob, I don't know if this is just my lack of quality, not as a human being, but in my speaker. I hear you a little bit more broken up than usual.
Is this true for you too, Rolica?
I think it's decent. Probably it's just the AirPod mic. That's probably what's going on.
That is probably true because I dropped this AirPod. We're gonna see. It's still like the noise is still right, but I was wondering about the mic.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah,
could
but I can
be.
hear you fine.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, it's definitely in the standard of the high quality that the consumers of the Blue Chair Group are used to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was going through the last episode and it was the
Yikes.
quality is yeah. I do miss the sound booth.
Yeah,
Me too. I really do.
yeah. If we become bigger, then perhaps we can invest in a sound bar, in the sound booth, in a studio.
In
Gosh,
three
having a
studios,
studio.
perhaps.
Yeah, we'll need to be quite big for that.
We
But
all have our own like projects going on that would just come together. That'd be really cool. What would you guys do with your own recording booth?
well, my stage name is, kind of indicative of what I would do.
Uh,
I'm interested, Radhika, why are you like, what is this new way of doing podcast? Please enlighten us.
So actually, this is a sign. Please save me. I'm so confused about what's going on.
I
I'm
was trying
just
to interpret this.
communicating this. Yeah, communicating this to the audience. This is
If
a
you
girl
see
boss
this from
sign.
now on, what has you so confused?
I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want I don't want to put any illegal links in our description for this episode.
Just for this episode.
Yeah.
But now what are the links? I think you need to share. Come on.
Well, you mentioned that you'd want to share your link to your platform in the bio, and I don't know if that's appropriate.
No, it's really, really not appropriate. It's the stage name that I have when I do a performance of sorts.
For fans only.
It's really, really, I mean, it's really not appropriate for the real world. You know, you talk about things like for loops and if statements, objects, and I think it's really dirty stuff, you know. I teach that under that name. So I don't think that's a link that we want to share with our audience.
It gets hot, it gets heavy, and you always have to stay on mentally as well.
You have to,
The hardest part.
It gets hot, it gets heavy, you have to stay turned on. Yeah, sure.
Locked in and turned on, as I say.
Raluca is going like this again.
I think, like, if she had a recording studio, I don't know what she would do with it. Like, I mean, I don't really know what I would do with it. Like, I'd probably just make stupid videos, like TikTok, YouTube, whatever. But, like, I don't know. Instagram Reels, would that be where you head?
I think you deserve it the most. You have the editing jobs, you have the like vision. I mean, look at our.
They've seen the videos. You can't lie to these people. The editing jobs.
Drop a comment down below if you think Jacob has awesome skills.
Can't wait for this to be posted.
When I am free for Thanksgiving holiday, I'm just going to edit this video. No schoolwork.
Beautiful. And I mean, you look at your
That
frame,
sounds-
like the whole background. I have nothing. I just have like whiteness. Raluca is, I mean, you can already see is like this. And you have the whole, look at that. And you have the whole professional, both of us are like we're just here. You're the real, you know, the person who's professional here. You're the glue of Blue Cheer Group, so to say.
You started the Zoom meeting.
I feel like I have to put people onto this term. Are you guys familiar with the term glazing?
Like a donut?
Blazing?
Yeah, like a donut. Yeah, glazing. Like a glazed donut. That's what you guys are doing to me right now. Is I don't really feel like I've earned this, but you're just pouring the praise over me repeatedly. Like to glaze something, you really need to do it a couple times over to get a shell on it. I have a hard shell right now.
Your glazed donut is what you're saying.
I thank you for your glazing.
How do you feel about this, Raluca?
It's not glazing because I think it sounds like sweet talk, but like glazing sounds like you're just talking someone up, but you don't really mean it. You're just like you're an ass kisser. But I don't think that's what Shama was going for. I think Shama is actually coming from a place of honesty and concern for his friend.
Yeah, I don't know how much concern was in there. But...
No, I think concern too, because who would travel
sincere.
to Tampa?
Yeah.
That is concerning, yes.
Yeah, Florida's not the good part for the thing. Although I'm happy, I might go to the beach at some point, which would be beautiful.
Wow.
But
Shama, do you know what happened the last time Jacob was at the beach?
I am not aware of Jacob ever being at the beach. What happened? When Jacob
I don't remember all of it.
That's what happened at the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
But also he got buried in sand.
Did you know, Raluca, where Jacob was very recently?
No.
Yeah, well, he was in his see right now. No, he was in this establishment. Care to elaborate, Jacob? This very interesting establishment.
Yeah, I went to a really cool bar in Kansas City called Gales. I went in thinking for all the Lancaster heads, oh, that's like an Irish bar. You know, I'm wearing my Irish green. It didn't seem crowded on a Saturday night, so I was like, okay, this seems like a good spot to and with my roommate, we're gonna have some quality time at the bar. And that's exactly what happened. It was a fantastic bar. I recommend it, but it is a LGBTQ plus bar, if you will. Um,
Like they serve them there or what?
no. Well, the first thing you see when you walk in is three people in drag, which nothing wrong with that. But it's like, oh, good evening.
Yeah. Good evening indeed. I've seen a couple of shows in my time, yeah.
Yeah. And then we sit down and we're just chatting between me and my roommate, and someone comes up to us and like, hey, you here for the drag show? I'm like, no, we don't know what the drag show is. You're like, and they're like, oh, there's a drag show. And we're like, cool.
Yeah, they were like, would you like to be here for the drag show?
Yeah, and that was very good. Cool.
Nice.
And so there was a drag show, and we just watched a drag show during our little night out, and it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, beautiful. That's a bonding activity for the roommates, I would say.
I was getting glazed even at the bar.
By
Getting
who?
glazed.
By my roommate.
Oh,
Because it was, I'm not going to say that, she wasn't paid to be nice to me, but the waitress was being pretty nice to me.
It must be genuine.
She was not really caring about my roommate's situation, but she'd walk up, she's like, "Give me that thumbs up and extra good. Let me refill your water." Didn't bother refilling my roommate's water.
Oh.
My water. Like,
sounds like terrible service.
Thank you, man.
yeah,
Poor
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great service. So Reagan.
So you get glazed there, you get glazed here. One could say you're double glazed.
And the funny thing is, I wasn't the one who found out her name. I didn't even bother to have that conversation. Because the roommate that had to step in. And
Such a common occurrence for you, right? You're like, another one tomorrow.
She was feeling me, but I just didn't go for it.
How was your night yesterday, Raduka?
Actually, I made some peas.
You were
And I
playing
put
alphabets?
yes. I made some P's, some Q's, some O's. And then I decided this is too much literature related stuff for me. I need to go do some math. But I didn't actually do that. Alphabet soup, Martha speaks. But I did also go out with my in-house Labrador Retriever for a walk. It was really nice. This dog is pretty unhinged. It drinks from all the puddles. It tries to take a dump right in front of people's houses.
Oh.
And it's really fast at that too. Like, it's really difficult to pull it away in time, honestly. But it's really fun.
Golden Retriever, so it's like a beefy dog too, right? It's not a pup.
I would say so. I mean, it's not that. It's pretty fit because it's 10 years old and it runs faster than me sometimes. So
it's a good thing for a dog that age.
It's really in shape, and I think it only gets food once a day.
Efficient.
Imagine that. Yes, I think that's the word. Efficient, like a machine.
Speaking about
because
sorry, go ahead.
No, I wanted to say Descartes. He once said, the great philosopher René Descartes. He once said, "Animals are machines." He was convinced that animals are machines.
I've heard of this class at this college. You might have heard of it, called Minds, Morals, and Machines, which also makes this link between mind and machine. So I guess this Descartes is not the only one who has these ideas. I can't remember the college though. Some college, small college.
Actually, there's a course called Minds and Machines on edX that's offered by MIT. That is, pretty much the general standard for philosophy of mind intro courses.
Very cool.
What was that, Jacob?
I think that there was a field at my old college called SPM. And I forgot all about that because I woke up one morning this past week and we had bread ties, like the little ties you put around your bread to keep it fresh. Well, I wake up, I look at my coffee table, and there it was, SPM. And naturally, the first thing I think of, and Raluca thought of this as well, is sperm.
I think that's the first thing we think of in general. Yeah, quite a lot.
The first of all substances.
The first of all that makes us think.
We would dig deeper. It really is all about machines and morals.
What about machines and morals?
But when you think about it, like, it's not just sperm. It's the minds that come from the sperm, the machines and their morals. So I think I took it as a sign that Bennett Helm had come to visit us in the night.
And then just rearranged a little memento, kind of like Santa with the cookies and gifts.
Yes.
I never took.
Yeah, he's haunting you for not for leaving him out as one of the only philosophy department professors whose classes you've never taken.
So did we ever decide a topic about this episode of Blue Chair Group? I don't think so. I think we're freeballing it.
Yeah. The riff's been going pretty good so far.
I've been enjoying it so far. Yeah.
Well, I do have a topic that's related to the upcoming American holiday called Thanksgiving.
Stuff in the turkey.
Well, yeah, it's actually turkey. So apparently one of my friends told me that Turkey officially changed their name to Turkey.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's
my bad. Well, no, I was thinking of the German pronunciation. So it's Turkey. And I wanted, my question immediately was, who decided this? Like, what is the international authority or maybe national authority that decides?
Normally, it's the people of the country. I don't know. I heard normally that's that. Yeah. The people of the country vote, and their sentiments are reflected, much like the push. Although I'm not sure if this is a popular push for Jacob knows where I'm going with this. For India to be renamed to Bharat. I think it's more of a nationalistic rhetoric. But yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not a foreign relations guy, unlike some people on this panel.
Yeah, I'm not really. I think that it's kind of a dumb thing to do because they got so much clout from being called Turkey. Like, it would be like put on right now, but now all we're talking about is how they changed it. So it didn't solve the problem because they're still known as Turkey. Thanksgiving is coming up. It's like, Turkey. They changed their name. It wasn't, hey, we have to call Turkey this now. It's like, these guys, they changed their name from the bird.
Right. Yeah. So if you're a viewer from Turkey, please spam your hate comments below. Directly.
The funny thing is, I asked why this happened, like why they decided to change their name, and the answer I got was, well, because it was the same as the bird.
Is that really all there is?
Probably not.
I hope not. I think actually, because they could rename it anything.
Exactly.
It's like you have like a get out of jail free card here. You could like name your country something so cool.
Insert name here.
Turkey XX.
Only Turkey.
Like a country intro.
are you any of you stuffing a turkey? I know Jacob, you're going. I'm going to be.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going. I'm celebrating, but I don't know if I'm gonna stuff the turkey as I'm vegetarian.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't know what's gonna happen with all that, but I will
There's
see.
this tofurkey, right? They got
Tofurkey.
going
That's
on.
what I was gonna say.
Great minds,
But the tofurkey.
I've never had tofurkey. It sounds awful. It just doesn't sound good.
Yeah, is it like tofu in the shape of a turkey even, or is it just tofu? Why is it called tofurkey?
Yeah, is it infused with bird like flavor? That doesn't sound good. If it's just roasted like turkey, that doesn't really sound good either. Why don't I just have like tofu and then just like do something to it? Like, I don't know. See that? Why are we bring tofu into this? What did it do?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Tofu's actually nice, but if you make a whole turkey out of it,
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's just because it sounds cool. And so people are like, oh, tofu and turkey sound close, so we gotta
It's like
like,
a pun. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
there's no
trying to
like,
play word games.
it's just, they did if, not should. Like, you know, how can we make this work?
Mhm.
They do the thing if they could, they never thought if they should.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, not everything that sounds good should go together, you know. Tofu, turkey.
Like, at Friendlies, friend of the podcast, Friendlies, they have this like monster mash dish, which is like mint chocolate chip ice cream with M&M eyes, but then they put like peanut butter cups to make it look like ears or something, or like wings.
Mhm.
I forget. Peanut butter cup and mint chocolate chip.
Pretzels, isn't
Disgusting. It's disgusting. Mm, mint peanut butter. No, we're not eating that.
You know, it doesn't sound like a good combination.
As you were saying, Raluca.
I was saying, aren't pretzels involved in that monster mash
Yeah,
too?
I think there are. I think there are like bangs they put in.
Something like that.
It's like
Yeah, I would not recommend that.
pretzel, that's good.
Mhm.
Mint and chocolate, that's good. All of that
Yeah.
together, like, ugh. No.
So actually, Germany does not observe Thanksgiving.
Can you believe that?
I know, it's so culturally sensitive.
So,
Do they have like fun holidays? What do you guys
can you say that again, Raluca? I couldn't hear that. My voice broke up.
In culturally sensitive.
Ah, yes. I get it now.
I
Yes.
mean,
So you were asking if they observe any holiday?
yeah, because you have to
Oktoberfest?
yeah, they have to have like a Thanksgiving replacement, right?
Yeah. So
To be culturally sensitive about this topic, they have to do the substitution.
yeah, they don't have much to go off of. I mean, they have the day the wall was built. They got the day the wall was built, but no one hardly any celebrates that anymore. For good reason, I would say.
Mhm.
They got the day the wall came down, and
Mhm.
that actually coincides with I think the oh yeah, it coincides with the day the First World War ended, but it also coincides with a day when a lot of Jews were murdered. So no one wants to celebrate that either. Yeah. Um, you got Reformation Day, which is actually the national holiday of sorts, which is, well, they have a Unification Day that was supposed to be November 9th, but again, can't go there. It's like celebrating 9/11. Can't do that. So
Never
they
forget.
just picked another this really old holiday of when I think some of their kingdoms were united or something in the 1300s. And then, of course, you got Ski Week, which is something that a lot of people don't talk about. It's not official, but
Like
a lot of,
student week kind of thing.
yeah, like a lot of schools have a break, a 1 week break in February or so. It depends on the region, but most of the time it's in February, so people go skiing. That's the actual purpose of the holiday. Skiing in Austria, of course, because why would you go skiing in Germany?
I get screwed over there because they have a bunch of cool ski countries near them, and they're like, we have ski week.
Yeah. You forgot an important one. They have this big beer.
Hey, you mentioned this earlier. See, I think that's kind of a tourist scam.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah.
But I thought they have big tents and like they actually do it.
So I went to Oktoberfest this year, fun fact. And there's actually multiple Oktoberfest celebrations, none of them in October. Well, partially in October, but actually, let me tell you a bit about the history of this. So Oktoberfest started in Munich as a celebration of a wedding. So basically, there was a prince and some fellow lady who got married, and they wanted the whole town to come to their wedding. But
so narcissistic.
Well, yes, they wanted for them to come, but also they didn't want to invite them to the palace. So they just did it in a field somewhere at the edge of town. And this is where Oktoberfest technically is now hosted, also in a field at the edge. It's no longer the edge of town. But now I went to the original Oktoberfest in around like September 20th or something. And it was so crowded. So first of all, you can't drink beer unless you're inside a tent or unless you're inside a specific area where they sell beer, like a terrace. But so you can't like take it out into the festival ground where because the festival, they have a really big ground that has a bunch of different like rides and attractions, like food things, selling points. I don't know, they sell a bunch of like bags or stuff like that too, random shit that has nothing to do with the people's typical impression of Oktoberfest. So yeah, you can't drink beer outside of those specially demarked places. And if you want to go drink beer at one of those places, you have to stand like this.
Whatever that was.
You have to take a phone and you have to do that every time you drink the beer is what I'm getting, Jake.
I did see someone drink a beer in 3 seconds, if that's what you're referring to. Like just
like a 1 liter beer?
A pint.
Okay.
More reasonable. 1 liter would be like, oh my god.
I was gonna say, well, monster. But yeah, so it's kind of overhyped because it's so crowded. You can't even go inside a tent unless you have a reservation because it's so crowded. Or you stand in line in the morning for an hour. No one wants to do that. Unless you go on a Tuesday also. So yeah, that was overhyped. But I did go to the Stuttgart equivalent of an Oktoberfest. They try to imitate it. And that was actually pretty fire. Because I went with my 4 parents.
One, two. No, that's it. That's all I can come up with.
Yeah, no, my parents are not divorced. Don't worry, they didn't get divorced.
I was like, Raluca, last time we met 1 year ago, what happened? This is a long year. Divorced, met new people, and both came together, reconciliation, all the stages. 1 year, eventful.
No, I just have adoptive parents. Their names are Luis Briz and Mercedes Moreno.
Sounds. They were there?
Yes, they came to visit, and their son was not there.
Son is busy doing some stuff, I've heard.
Yeah, pretty lame if you ask me. But they wanted to come see Oktoberfest and see Stuttgart, so they visited. And yeah, we went to the Stuttgart Oktoberfest with my full parents, and we danced on the tables. All of them were going crazy.
I can imagine Jorge's dad sounds like such a fun guy to hang out with. When
Oh, for real. He yeah, did you meet him at the whole end of college barbecue celebration?
end
You
of
saw
college
him there,
barbecue,
right?
that was the official name on the invite. Yep, I met them there
Yes.
back in the when there were some pong going on, and Jorge's dad was just like, "My turn!" Woo! A lot of fun. So I can imagine him. Hey, I bet he's the one who initiated. He was like, "Come on, let's go."
I don't
Well,
want to do a call out, but if it comes to dads and Pong, we got to mention your dad, Shamil.
Mr. Anwar.
Apparently, just had never played before. I'm sorry, I'm not any good. Just draining every single one, just like it's nothing. Form
I
is
was surprised.
butter.
Yeah, by the first one, I was like, "Wow, good job." Second one, and then by the sixth one, I was thinking, "Dad, either you're hiding your college days from me, or you're just really good at this." But he went to a military college, so they don't really do pong in Pakistan like that. Uh, Neither do they do this. I don't know what that is. I don't know why you would smell your finger.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, yeah. So, hey, good job to him, I'd say. Quick learner. Speaking about family, how are you feeling, Jacob?
about my trip.
Yeah, go and visit him. That's gonna be fun. Have you been to this new house before, or is it the first time you're?
They just moved in like a week ago.
Oh, cool.
Um,
On a week.
on a Tuesday.
I'm going. They might have moved in on Tuesday, frankly.
So what prompted this new house? I'm curious.
They always wanted to go to Tampa. That was the one place they wanted to go, and they found, it was just as cheap basically to buy as rent down there from a monthly thing, and they would build up some credit and not credit, but like equity and all that. So there's like, oh, why not? And if they stay, they stay. If they don't, they don't. I'm cool with whatever. I'm happy. They seem to really love Florida. They like Tampa a lot. My personal side is if the family grows, they move.
Why? I mean, it's such a safe place for children. There's like alligators, like new friends, nearby.
I don't want my little nephew or niece to be swimming in the water and get eaten up by an alligator.
No, they're real friendly, I heard. They never
If their
eat.
sibling is brought into a public school where they are taught that there are two genders and gay people don't exist.
Yeah, yeah. Some problems with the state, yeah, yeah.
I just don't want. I don't. And the real fear is that one of them becomes Florida man or Florida woman, and that would just break my heart. Know that's in my family, big Florida man.
But I think the thing is you can take the West Virginia out of the family out of West Virginia, but you can't take the West Virginia out of the family. So even if they're in Florida, I think that's how they're going to be, born and raised.
Yeah. Have you ever seen there's like a Florida man astrology that you can do?
A Florida man, what?
Like there is there are like if you do your birthday, there's a certain like Florida man.
I thought I heard astrology, but I was like, those three words just don't go in their combination. Florida man astrology. But okay, so it's actually.
That was my thought.
I want to try.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know your birthday, Shamil.
Yes, it is. It did.
The Florida Man it's called FloridaManBirthday.org. So everyone listening, go to FloridaManBirthday.org.
.org.
Yes, it is.
Or
That
their
is an
traffic is going to
organization.
go through the roof. They're going to be like, what's happening?
I'm gonna look up mine, October 17th. That's my birthday.
Why did I turn off my camera?
Florida man admits to killing someone. That's really funny.
Florida man was questioned by the cops about marijuana and started babbling. That is pretty accurate. I think it's more accurate than the regular astrology. That's for
So what it's saying is that I'm a psychopath who's going to kill someone. Shaman, like, you are a yapper. You just start
Oh, yeah.
yappering.
Yeah, that's what you know about me.
That's every time we're on the podcast. Yada yada yada.
What about me? Can y'all check?
Make us do all the work.
Yeah.
I definitely know what your birthday is, but I'm just gonna let Jacob check. Just
You got a good one. Florida former toilet mechanic in Florida threw toilet out of school window.
sounds about right.
The man police were summoned to the scene after he threw a toilet he carried into the building. He put out the window. He's held on $10,000 bail.
I must say that's a lot of strength, to be honest. A whole toilet? I don't know if you guys have carried that stuff, but it's very with ceramic ones, especially.
Yeah.
It has a bidet.
My dad. They're awkward too. Like they're so slippery. They aren't designed to be like easily carried.
Yeah. And this guy carried it and threw it out of a window. That's a bit. I would say that's an achievement. If anything, they should be giving him money, not taking money for bail.
Yeah, like put this man in the Olympics.
Yeah,
That was my first thought too. I'm not that strong. Maybe not physically, but maybe this is trying to tell me something. Yeah. So it's all up here.
Yeah. We're not. It's not even about strength because like Shaman and I agree, they're heavy, but they're awkward more. I think it's all about knowing.
It's all about handling anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Take the church. That's so true.
Yeah.
I think that it's saying that you can handle just about anything.
Yeah. Fear of dying in 16 days. Easy.
I wanted to get another, I want to get more in depth because the Florida Man birthday thing doesn't go in depth enough, I feel like. So look up another one. Apparently, there's multiple toilet incidents in Florida. Florida man used toilet in alleged assault. He used it as a porcelain-powered violence, they called it.
Somebody thought of that.
A lady came into his living quarters offering some snacks and a warm greeting. But then he just started yelling at her. And so he grabbed the toilet seat and started hitting her with it.
What the hell?
I don't know who had a toilet seat just hanging around. It says they were
and thinks to use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
He's sitting in, I guess, the living room. Somebody's like, hey, do you want pretzels? Like, no, fuck you. And he grabs a toilet seat.
I think he probably went to the toilet. That's like what his mind was like. What do I do? Let me get this.
Order alert.
Isn't that kind of like a sad thing to think about? Like the next time someone goes to the bathroom, they could very well just be plotting to unscrew the toilet seat and assault you with it afterwards.
New fear.
Isn't that a fear? Like someone says, "Oh, I'm going to the bathroom." It's like the scene in Godfather, only instead of taking the gun out,
I'm going to the
toilet. You just assassinated.
That's the phrase, they used to say sleep with the fishes. Now they're going to be like, I'm going to the bathroom. And then you just start crying because you know what's happening. It's a good life. I enjoyed it. Well,
you're going to get flushed with the fishes. So Apparently, his side of the story is different though.
Yeah, that does not sound much throwing going around there of the toilet seat outside the window.
Apparently,
Must
he
be-
says that
She was drunk, just fell down the stairs.
Yeah, that's a newsworthy story, man.
You ever fall down the stairs?
How do you think I got this nose?
No, maybe you lie too much.
Yes, I'm also wooden. No, I fell downstairs.
Here,
I once saw my brother fall downstairs. He was in this little carry cot, which is like a walker. I don't know if they have
Mhm.
those here, but things that help you learn to walk. It's like circular.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like a very dangerous contraption, and the stairs prove my point. He was just
Yeah.
walking. Of course, his vision is blocked, right? Like a
Can't
huge, he can't see, so he's just walking, and he sits down the stairs, and then just stumbles. But somehow his head was safe because I guess it acted like a big airbag, just around him. Thing got damaged, but he didn't.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
that's one of my earliest memories in life.
That's so shocking.
Yeah, I couldn't recover from it. Why do you think I am the way I am right now?
How old? What's the difference between you? Is it just 2 years or is it 4 years?
Yeah, just 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just learned to walk, and he was just learning to walking, and I was like, "Ha ha, he can't even walk." Something I held over him every year. I was like, "You don't even know how to
You know,
walk."
actually, I remember when I was 6 and my sister was a few months and she had one of those things. Somebody told my parents, "Oh, it's so bad you have one of these because this will never teach your daughter how to walk because it
Mm.
just makes her lazy. She's just sitting in it the whole time, so she doesn't really, her muscles aren't developing.
Are her
So
muscles
maybe
not?
that's why." Yeah, she's actually a track star right now. But
Proves them wrong, then, man.
mhm.
You have any experience with this, Jacob? This walker type situation?
I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I don't really remember a lot. I assume that I had one.
I mean,
I only remember from
like my childhood development was that
I would like walk around. And this is
after I was walking, of course.
I'd be walking around and I'd ask like deep philosophical questions about like the nature of the world and the
Mm.
economic state of it, you know?
And you got the answers as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was like rhetorical. That's what made it like cool.
I remember when I was 7,
No,
when I
everyone
was
is, it's like eating, chewing, vomiting, walking, philosophical, existential questions at high school, right? I think that's a natural progression.
But legitimately, I don't understand.
I don't remember anything before I was like 5 years old.
That's what they say. They say something like memories before that aren't really, it's not really formed. But we have, yeah, I thought it was Cap. We have the expert here. It's not true, Raluca?
No, it's not. I definitely have. Well, first of all, I've studied some psychology and stuff. You know,
She understands Freud as a concept.
but I don't know how reliable the information that I got in my developmental psychology class was. But I do have memories that I know I have not seen any photos of, and my parents and I haven't talked about them since they happened. That are definitely before I was 5, because actually 5 was a big what's it called, like, milestone for me because I moved for the first time to a different country. So I definitely have memories of before when I was living in Romania. That yeah.
Cool. Where did you move when you were 5?
To Belgium,
So you went to Belgium first, back then to
Romania.
Dracula place, and then to US.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
And then back to Dracula place, and then back to Germany.
This is it's very nice, life experience, I would say.
He didn't read that essay on the first
Why did you read that? Were you?
It was a
Was it because
the writing center, I think, was that when I read that. I don't know.
I don't. I used part of that for my creative writing class, so maybe I showed you that. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, basically
like, you were just writing heat and all that. I remember.
the backstory is that my college admissions essay was about
Oh, Dracula.
first, yes, about how my father is
Last
actually
man
Dracula,
forever.
and
The secret that I only know, and the burden of the secret I've had to live with as a child. Please admit me in this college. That's a compelling backstory. Also, I'd be afraid that your father would suck my blood. So,
I have a picture for viewers that needs to get in, but absolutely needs to. But in the meantime,
Didn't quite catch that.
I think we lost you for a second, or maybe you were coughing.
A robot.
AI is taking over, Jacob. It's starting before we existed. We predicted. Raluca, we can't hear you. You sound like the AI version of yourself that's going to
Can you
replace.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just sent you photo proof of something you must see, but can you hear me well enough now?
Yeah. Oh my God! I was getting your blood.
That's a good video. A good picture.
Yeah, proof. Photographic proof.
It's undeniable. So,
Um,
what is like having Dracula as your father? It must be a pretty heavy burden. I really empathize.
yes, you can empathize, but you can't know what it feels like because
It's impossible. I would never say that I can be in your shoes. Please tell us a little bit about your harrowing experience.
so actually my father's been alive for a really long time, which means that he also has a lot of experiences that he's lived through, but it also somehow makes him entitled to think that he's right all the time. And he sometimes tells very disturbing stories about how he impaled people and stuff like that. And it I guess there are two possibilities there. I could have taken the reins of the kingdom and followed suit and become Draculus. Dracululi.
Draculae.
Dracula. Some people call me.
I think it would be Draluca.
Draluca.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Dexter.
I didn't decide to. I decided not to be
What
so
was the
cruel.
Well, it's very noble. You left immortality to be with us. Yeah. It really in some way.
Mere mortals.
I see a fang. We got to be careful. It grows. Gets angry.
Have you ever seen this movie, Last Vampire on Earth? It's gonna be like I'm gonna splice in things from this movie.
I talked about it with my friends on Friday.
I'm sorry. It's like this movie is like a curse that I pass from person to person.
You've been cursed.
It's not good, but it's so. I've watched it like 20 times at least.
Our viewers have been cursed. Now you know what to do for Thanksgiving.
Make them watch this movie. Please make your mom watch this movie. What you have to do is you have to put it on after the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. And you're like, hey mom, there's this really cool movie that just came out 15 years ago. Anyways, put it on.
Natalie Versace.
Thor's best director ever. Italian American filmmaker Natalie Versace makes the greatest fucking movie that you'll ever see. And your parents, you have to ask them after it's done, what do you think about KFC family dinners? Do you like them? Do you hate them? And you don't understand what that is now, but wait till you get to the dinner scenes in this movie. Capital F film.
Well, I know what my Thanksgiving is going to look like now.
It's available on Tubi.
It's a free platform, actually.
With ads.
Manageable, though.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna tell you guys to do illegal things, but if you do those illegal things, it might be out there. I don't know. You know what's funny? I only thought about this recently on the last watch. It's called The Last Vampire on Earth, but I think at the end of the movie there were more vampires than there were in the beginning.
No, we definitely talked about this before.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Don't go by the title. The title tells you nothing about the movie.
Nothing at all.
That's a Thanksgiving feast.
A vampire named Saya, who is a part of a covert government agency. Is this the one?
No.
Oh, apparently there's multiple movies with the name The Last Vampire.
No, you have to add the on Earth because I know the Last Vampire is a different one.
Yeah, The Last Vampire.
Oh my God. I did not know the rating could go that low.
Romance drama. I always get shocked because it says it's like an hour 30 long. It feels like 3. It is so slow.
Always a good sign. The Last Vampire.
What was that?
The Last Vampire Queen is also out there.
Ooh,
oh, there's also a K-drama. I'm not sure.
Is that like a sequel to this or a separate one?
It's something else.
Entirely separate. The Natalie Versace universe only extends to like 3 movies, I'll be honest, that I know of.
Tragedy.
Yeah, what's Mackenzie Gimmon up to these days?
I ask myself that a lot. I hope she's doing something very good and better than this movie. Watch Born into Mafia. That was the movie that Natalie Versace had before Last Vampire was Born into Mafia. It doesn't have the same charm, but it's still a fun flick. But above all else, please, everyone just Thanksgiving break. Set aside an hour and a half for The Last Vampire on Earth. I need this movie to do well.
Speaking of good flicks, anyone been seeing any of that 90 Day Fiancé recently?
No.
No.
Have you? This used to be such a big part of my life.
But
Go ahead.
I wanted to say I saw a reel about it. I don't know, some months ago. That's the last contact I had with it, and it seemed like it changed quite a lot.
For the better?
Yeah.
It became more commercial.
Yeah. They gentrified it. because I remember they used to have Molly and her friend on, and during the pillow talk, I always watch the pillow talks because they're funnier. But the pillow talks aren't the same because Molly's not on anymore because they had a falling out. And those were always the girls that I could like relate to. And it's just like that's what happened in my house. The ladies got drunk and they started talking shit. And that's how I like watching TV anymore, is with drunk ladies telling me what's going on. That's another thing. Do that with the last night partner. Pair these two ideas. Maybe instead of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving being beforehand, do a 90 Day Fiance binge. So you can get all of the women in the house and have a captive audience. Like, guys, wait, now this. And see how quickly the room will clear. But I miss 90 Day Fiance as an idea, but I just don't want to.
Yeah. Same here. I think it was something about
I miss
the college house. The fact that it was,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
those
have
tables were just so comfortable.
Oh my God.
exactly.
Just kick my feet up in that room, man.
Stand on the tables.
Could really go for is just 90 Day Fiance and some playing cards, like some card games.
Ooh, Cards Against Humanity every now and again.
I can do that.
Mm.
Do that. I can do some Moncala. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. That'd be beautiful.
Game pigeon. Does your phone have Moncala? Is there a way that we can get
Yes, it does.
Can I play Moncala with you then?
I've never played this game, by the way. I'm hearing
So
sounds.
fun.
I'm hearing some like sounds, but I can't even put it into a word. Monk cow? What?
Mancala.
Mancala.
Mhm.
Okay,
You got it.
check it out.
So,
It's
yeah.
one of the oldest games.
I go way back with that game.
I go
Back to, I think Pop Tropica had a section on it.
Oh, it says it's Arabic.
Says what?
It's
It's
Arabic.
Arabic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. That sounds right to me.
Hmm.
If that's how old it is. It's like, cradle civilization kind of thing.
Yeah, I go back to when I went to summer school when I was 6, and they had that game in summer school, so I played it. And I had to learn fast because those older kids, man, oh man.
Mm. Those Belgian older kids, very competitive, I've heard.
And that was when I first, like, that was my first time at summer school. It was the first time I fell in love with a Spanish guy.
What a foreshadowing in
I
this
know.
story of yours.
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
What's he doing now, the other Spanish guy?
The other one? There's another one?
You mean
This is a
Fernando?
disaster.
I thought that's what you said. You said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fernando, I don't know, he's probably in his 40s or something.
I see. Don't predict that twist.
Well, late 30s. Yeah, but he was like 20 and I was 6.
So, going along with this 90 Day Fiance and whatever we're talking about now, as Tuesday playing Moncala, how old is too old? Why you revile at 40s? Like, we're in our 20s now, man.
You have to remember, Raluca comes from a family of, very old people. So her taste is,
Yeah.
at that scale. But for human scale, I think is honestly,
Scale.
I would say 20-year age difference is where things start to get hairy, right? It's not normal at that point.
20, it starts to get hairy at 28.
Yeah. But it's not like wrong per se if there's 2 consenting adults, but it's not normal. I agree with that. It's very different dynamic than most relationships that you have. So Why do you ask, Jacob? Do you have your eye on a fair maiden above
Well,
a certain age?
no, not per se. But I
Not
do,
per se.
I do think that it's something that has come up recently.
Mm.
For me personally, at this stage of my life, I think I would rather like go older than younger.
Mm.
Once I get something, figured out. And so the question naturally becomes, how much older?
Mm.
I could, 30, I'll get down with the 30. 40s, I don't think like, if you can relate to me as a 40-year-old woman, I'm sorry.
Some issues.
Nothing happened in like a 10-year time. Like you lost 10 years of your life. That's really sad.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know. But nothing in particular came up. So
Yeah, but that's cool. That's a cool way to think because you're trying to figure out what are the personality traits that you gravitate to, right? Nice for you to have. That you want someone put together and mature, Now there's some, 20-year-olds also like that. I've heard, just one or two. So maybe you can start with that.
I don't know, man. I just beat this computer so bad at Mount College.
Are you playing Mancala right now?
Yeah, I am. But no, I mean, I do agree with the point. Like, at this point, you have to like create a list of priorities about like in high school. It's just she's bad. Like actually trying to do something seriously.
Yeah. No, I like it. I empathize. I'm in a similar stage. I think meeting people is probably the best experience that you'll get, as you learn the most from that. Just empirical experimentation.
Boring.
Empirical experimentation is boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta derive everything by inference.
Why do I have to meet people? Why can't
Be
they
Kantian.
Like that's what it is. I feel like anymore people are telling me that I should just chase. Whatever happened to attracting?
Ooh, I like that. I like that philosophy. Guess who else is on the game right now? In the dating game, I mean.
I don't know. I'm not like into the whole Tinder thing either. No, I don't want to be online. My online presence, I'm shrinking that. I have very little online presence anymore. Why would I want to be on Tinder?
Right. It's only expanding the online presence, right?
Very, very true. Are you on this site, Sean?
On the sites where I have my stage name or on Tinder?
Tinder.
Oh, Tinder. Yeah, yeah. Big user of Grindr. Yeah. When you're talking about that gay bar, actually, I was just recalling my own memories from my time in,
So accepting.
Yeah. No, I use dating apps, but I use them. I think we talked about this theory last time as very big fun, and it kind of like shrinks very rapidly, and then you just meet a few people.
Yeah.
It's not very efficient, but if you have your filters on, then it's a cool way to meet nice people.
There you go. Maybe.
I think the larger principle at play here is that you want to put yourself and your authentic self out there to meet people. And at some degree, it is a numbers game. Continue to meet people and expose yourself to people, not have too much expectations per exposure, right? I think that's the larger thing here.
So, I have a question. What do you think of the not dating apps, but like the apps that claim that they will make you friends instead of find you dates?
That's a tough sell, right?
Sorry?
That's a tough sell, right? Like, because no one
that's a tough
wants
sell,
to
yeah.
do that to themselves. Like, I've thought about, like, man, just maybe that'd be a quick way of making friends, but I just don't want to meet those people. I am one of those people, but I don't want to meet them.
That's the thing. I think inorganically matching people up is probably not going to work. But there are online apps and communities where people kind of do things that they like, right? And I think through that you actually meet people that you actually enjoy.
Yeah, if you're really
Like online and you want to meet people, just join like a Discord server or
I
something.
think that's the move, to be honest.
Yeah. A big Discord.
Online
channel.
friends.
It's a good idea.
You know, there's a website that actually pairs people up, like farmers in America, with young people who want to work.
Okay, the last part of that sentence was very
I don't want to work more.
Who want to become farmers and take charge of people's farms. Like it's basically farmers who don't have anyone interested in continuing to work on their farm who are looking for people to take over. And it's crazy because basically this site has a whole system of providing you with badges and certifications that you're able to take care of chickens, you're able to forage, you're able to I don't know, clean up cow dung. And the more projects you do, you post pictures on there, ask questions. The more engaged you are, then the more likely you are to find a farmer. And
Just
also,
being
did
a
you know that
freelance farming hand.
exactly? And then eventually you might even get an inherit a farm, inherit a bunch of land. You could sell it after the person dies.
Yeah, sounds like you've thought a lot about this, Raluca. Are you interested?
No, but I met somebody here who goes to my school, who's doing my program. Who so he's American, and he spent the summer when he was 10 or something shoveling horse.
I see. But this app surely didn't exist when this person was 10.
I don't think that the website, the interface, user interface doesn't look that recent, to be honest. Maybe it did, but probably not, unfortunately. So, that person couldn't have used it back then, but now maybe if they're still interested, they could.
It's a weird roundabout route, though, to go to a master's program in Germany and then go back to the US and then do farming. So I think just cut out the middleman and just directly go meet the cows.
No, but this guy he's also lived in Japan. He did the same program as Logan. The same guy.
Do we call him a friend
really...
of the podcast? I don't even know if he's ever heard of our podcast.
Yeah, his name is Ted. I think. Yeah, there's a guy named Logan.
That's about it.
Yeah, Japanese, English exchange teaching. You see the face she paused on.
So how's life treating you otherwise? How are you, Raluca?
I'm doing fine.
Nice.
And my sister visited me recently. That was really fun.
Oh, your sister visited you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What did you guys do?
That was about 2 weeks ago. Of course, we had to go on a graffiti art tour, like a street art tour of Berlin. We had to print our faces on a coffee. That was pretty epic.
On coffee, like on the liquid?
Yes. Well, it started because
things going on in Germany, man. High tech.
No, it started because a member of the F&M community, whose name I shall not name, posted a picture from a coffee shop that's really close to where I am currently. That did just this. She had posted a picture with a selfie of herself in this coffee shop on her coffee. My sister and I saw this when we were coincidentally visiting the same place last year. And we wanted to go there. But my parents didn't want to go because they thought it was dumb, which is completely understandable. I actually agree with that statement. But this time, as a tribute to, well, doing things when your parents aren't around that they wouldn't allow you to do.
Yeah,
The first thing we
Just
did when my
and your
sister
sister.
got off the train was go to this place and get a selfie of ourselves printed on this coffee.
You gotta now, you know the rules. You gotta post that picture to Jacob so that he can put it right here.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, of
It's
course.
actually a very beautiful image.
Image. I'm glad you took that.
I will. And we also actually went to a tiny disco. Have you heard of that concept?
Did they play ABBA?
No, actually, you decide what you want to play because it's like a phone booth,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, it's just a phone booth. And then on the outside, you like select the song, you pay, then you go inside and dance in there.
That's cool.
Really, very good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I think the first one popped up in Spain, and then they
Nice.
brought it here.
Nice. Maybe it was Fernando who had the idea.
No.
Who knows? Who knows?
He's definitely old enough, Raluca, to have done that.
Mhm.
I've heard that Berlin has a really good techno scene as well. So I'm not surprised that they have a lot of these artsy things. Did you get to ever see those? Is Raluca frozen? Oh yeah, she was.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was, and I heard this.
The AI versions of us that's going to replace us in the future. I was just saying that Berlin has a really good techno scene, or at least that's what I've heard. Have you experienced this so
Yes.
far?
I have not because that's actually not my vibe. And so I haven't sought it out. But I think, well, I have a classmate who looks like he knows where all the good techno spots are. So I was considering maybe trying to, you know,
Check it
talk
out.
to him in order to get the authentic Berlin experience because he's from Berlin.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing the same thing, only except for bars, so I don't have to go to a gay bar again.
You didn't like the come on. You didn't like the vibe.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you're getting vibes. Come on, what's better?
No, but
I think local. Why does this guy look techno? Does he wear like chrome?
Sorry, why does this guy
Yeah,
look?
what does it mean
No.
to look techno, Raluca?
He's
Tell our
looks like
audience.
he's into techno. Like, what do we need to wear?
to look techno.
So his outfit is usually what's it called? Flared jeans. And he wears a lot of and he wears a black leather jacket most of the time. And he has his hair is cut short. Well, actually he recently got a haircut, but basically he has like a really short haircut and it's dyed. His natural hair color is like brownish, but he dyed it like highlighter yellow almost. Like really intense yellow. But then his recent haircut consisted of him like shaving off this part of his hair, like right here, kind of like leave a little mohawk, but it's not really a mohawk because it's not the difference is not that intense. So this part is brown now because it's his natural hair color, and then the top is just yellow. So yeah, and he has earrings, and he just looks like he knows techno. And then also, actually, my sister and him met at the Natural Museum, the Museum of Natural History. That's also where I talked to him for the first time because they had a special event about humor and AI there. When a few of me and a few of my classmates went. It was a flop of an event, but
Was it like AI
after the
telling?
event, well, technically, it was supposed to be this guy who was supposed to come and talk about an experiment that he did comparing ChatGPT and the Chinese version of ChatGPT, in uh, comparing basically what happens when you ask these two LLMs to, one, say a joke, and then two, to explain it basically. So this person was asking a lot of questions about, why is this funny? What are the stages of being funny? I don't know, like what
As
do
we
you need
know,
in order
that's the
to
best
do a
way
good
to do
joke?
a joke, right? To ask why it's funny, what the stages are. What is the best way to end the joke?
It was supposed to be this person coming to present their research, but they couldn't come for some reason. And so their professor, I guess, came and instead just gave an overview of the history of humor. So there was no AI involved.
Okay.
This is so strange because it's like going to like a stand-up bit where someone just explains what, like, hey,
Yeah, what stand-up is, the history of stand-up, right?
yeah. It's like not even like that. It's like that's what you saw when you were like, oh man, I wish instead of worrying about the history of stand-up, I
Learned about a guy explaining his stand-up jokes to us instead. It's like this is a like series of failure.
I
It's
hear
like
you. It sounds like stacked up failures here.
The bar was not that hard to cross to be a successful bet. It's like we're just
I
gonna
haven't
say
even
something.
I haven't even added the worst part. So the thing is, this person had a lot of information. This person had a lot of information, and they tried to condense it in just, I don't know, like an hour and 15 minutes. But they were pretty bad at it. But somehow they still managed to get sidetracked for like, I think he spent, like, the speaker spent like 10 minutes talking about SM, an SM conference.
What is SM?
SM as in BDSM.
What did she say? What did she
I
say?
don't know.
I'm not following.
My apologies. BDSM.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that once or twice, when I've been performing. Where did, where did BDSM come from? It's quite. What was the segue? So, humor comes in painful forms. Like, what was the segue?
We're all masochists.
So actually, he also told us the story of why it's called SM, from like the Conte du Martyr or something like this. Some French guy who really liked to be a masochist. But he also explained, well, the segue, I think it was loosely connected to a joke. Well, the speaker collected jokes from the audience in order to, get some audience interaction. And my sister actually said a joke in front of these. There were like 50 strangers, more than 50 strangers
Oh,
there.
great.
She took a microphone and said a joke.
Did it land?
But
Did it land?
not really. It was a really bad joke.
Admirable for trying. Do you remember the joke?
I mean, yes. Do you want to participate? I need a participant. Knock, knock.
I know this is all you.
Who's there?
The interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo.
I can see that working with 2 people. I cannot see that working with 50 people. Because your moo has to be really loud for it to work with 50 people.
Well, she had a microphone.
I assume she got 1 volunteer, right?
I mean,
Oh, yeah. Plant, an audience plant. All right. So one of the
Yeah,
jokes was about
but
something like BDSM, and
one of the jokes, yeah, it was kind of about BDSM. I don't know, like, well, yes, it was, because basically this woman said, "Oh yeah," said this joke, "Yeah, um, a mom and a dad find their 15-year-old son's magazine, BDSM magazine, under his bed, and say, 'Oh my God, what should we do? He's only 15. He shouldn't be looking at this.' And then the dad says, 'Well, we know we can't beat him.'"
this is the content that you got to sign up for, not the history of humor.
That's pretty good. And you see, class, the joke is that people are say is they really like
being beaten.
therefore the act of the negative or the positive reinforcement of being beaten, it's really just like a good thing for you. It's like, well, positive is no, you need to eat.
Just from that 2 minute, I can imagine what Raluca and her sister went through for 1 hour 30 minutes.
My sister stood up and asked where the bathroom was and then just left.
Smart.
But yes. But basically this person used this loose connection. He just said, oh yeah, somebody mentioned an SM joke earlier. So and then he used that to go on a tangent for 10 minutes about how he went to a SM conference one time and people kept throwing around an acronym. Well, he's not part of the SM community, but he was like lecturing them about something. He was like he had a speaker position at this conference, and then people.
Yeah, I'm a
You're probably
Yeah,
probably talking about the history of BDSM there too.
and and then so yeah, they were throwing around an acronym, and he thought that it meant like a German. They were referring to a famous German newspaper. But then, as they kept saying more headlines that popped up in this paper, he was like, "Wait a second, what does that mean actually?" And he discovered that it was actually like slave something, a newspaper called Slavery Times, something like this.
I think they banned that in the US in the 1800s, right, Jacob? Slavery time.
Not in Germany. True fact. So yeah, this is what this man spent 10 minutes talking about, and then I didn't even get the point. Like the only point he was trying to make with that is that sometimes people, well, you have to understand the context in order to get a joke, and sometimes people make really different, like mini worlds of inside information that only they know and you need to know in order to understand the relevance of something. But you can just say that instead of trying to explain it really vividly through an example of some conference.
You can't sell the explanation. You can only sell the example. He's getting paid to go up here and talk to people. So he has to stretch it out
and make it really like elaborate, like you see.
Helping people right now.
Another thing that he had to mention was after this conference, he realized how different the life view of people who are into SM is. And he said that we should all try to talk to somebody who's into SM and understand their perspective.
So Jacob,
of sex.
please tell us more.
But you see, like the choking aspect, but it doesn't give a little bit of a power dynamic
that I do derive some pleasure from.
My perspective is that I don't have
that much power in my day-to-day life. Therefore, in the bedroom, I do get some sort of power.
I've heard this asymmetry is pleasurable for some people.
No, I'm not.
What did you wave around?
Yes,
talking about BDSM. What did you wave around?
I don't practice in these things. I haven't
choked a woman in years. But no, genuinely, no one. The only thing that's sexy is consent, folks, and always. The reason I just moved out was I was just working around the apartment before I leave.
Oh.
Not for my sexual pleasures.
So if you had to sum up your past 2 weeks in a sentence, what would that sentence be?
It's for all of us.
Yeah.
Can I do a word? Colorful.
Try to
explain that. Colorful.
You gotta explain the joke.
There was no joke. Sometimes, contrary to popular belief, I am serious. And also colorful because I'm colored. No, I just came up with that. Colorful as in colorful week.
You'll
I'd
see.
say for me, it's an unexpected journey. 2 weeks ago, I knew I'd be sitting here right now. I didn't know I'd be on the podcast again. I didn't know that, he'd gone away to, I mean, I knew I was going to Tampa. But it didn't really dawn on me that I'm doing that. And I didn't know, all the twists and turns that school brought. I didn't know that we had a gay bar in town. Well, I knew we had one, surely, but I didn't know how to go into it. It's just, I haven't planned much. But I think that's the beauty of it. I think I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Unintentionality, like doing things unintendedly, but just following the flow, is one of the best things a person can do. And I think it really shows who someone truly is. Because you can intend to do things, but I don't know if that really shows who you really are. I think what really shows your character is the stuff that you do unintentionally.
Mm.
I don't know. I was just formulating that sort of idea, and
That's
I
pretty
saw
deep.
maybe Past Lives. Past Lives is a good movie that I watched recently
Oh yeah,
I could apply
I
that to.
I saw that in the cinema also with my sister. Really nice.
It was a good movie, wasn't
Mm-hmm. Shama, have you seen it?
Movie called? Sorry.
Past Lives.
No, I haven't seen it. I'll put that on my list right
You
next
should
to.
get on to that. You should get on it.
it? I agree.
I
It's not
see.
my favorite movie, but it's just a regular movie.
It's really
Well,
feels really weird.
Yeah.
Past Lives is weird.
Yes.
Can it be weirder than The Last Vampire on Earth?
No, nothing can really top that. But it has
We're ready for it.
Last Vampire on Earth, it gives me a very simple feeling.
Afterwards, it's like, this is awesome. This is great. Whereas Past Lives, it gets me excited. It's like,
I don't know where
Exactly.
to place this movie in my life. I know
Yeah.
it fits somewhere. It's like, I don't know.
Yep. It's this sort of weird feeling of sadness, but also existentialism, but also it's weird.
Peace and closure to in a way, like knowing
Yeah.
who you are. I don't know. It's weird.
You need to
No,
experience it.
we should just become
Film reviewers. We should all do that.
one episode, that's the topic now. We can just review our favorite films, our best and worst films.
That's really good. No,
What did I
definitely should
walk
do like
into?
we should do a top five. We should do top five movies and discuss.
at some point.
Yeah.
And everyone in the comments below, give us your top five, and we'll talk about those
Movies too.
For real.
Comment now,
Like, share, subscribe.
please do,
Good
guys.
segue.
We've been on this for like an hour and a half, I think.
I think we hit
Yeah,
our
that's what I
limit, limit, right? We went past it just by a bit.
Like, do you see the timer?
Oh,
We
no.
check the.
Well, Jacob, you have an editing task on your hands, my friend.
This is awesome. No, I'm glad. Yeah, I sent the thing in the chat from over an hour and a half ago.
At this point,
So this is like a block.
Buster, like this is movie length that we're probably gonna have right here, folks.
We are hitting it. Yeah, we should have an intermission in the middle.
I'm gonna do
Do that. Why
Coffee break.
you're away?
Raluca's
no.
taking her coffee break.
Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Everyone, get in here.
That reminds me. Apparently, the Northern Lights were visible from Romania recently.
Is that the Northern Lights we just saw? Oh, it's crazy because it links up on my screen.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jacob.
I don't know how to Yeah, I don't have this.
You're operating on that phone.
Raluka, do you feel left out? Me and Jacob are in the same place. We're missing you, man. You gotta come here.
The
This is Jacob's internal emotions.
What
Two
year?
fingers, I don't. Oh wait,
2020. Like, look at what I'm doing.
There's a video of a lawyer, I think, that his cat. He set his like face in the cat for the Zoom on the like someone's court, like on their trial, and he's just don't know how to change it. Graduated.
congratulations.
The Northern Lights University.
Sorry, I have a question. Why does it look when you turn? It looks like the hat is only on the front part of your head, but it's not attached to the back.
Can I make it work? No. Yeah. I didn't have much money. I could only afford half the thing.
See this?
Ooh.
Nah, yeah, this is it right here.
The Green Man Group.
You did it.
We can do it.
S soap today. .xyz. That's my preferred platform.
I like pirate ship.
Oh, hello, good
We
sir.
miss you.
Okay,
We
this
miss
is
you.
actually this is legit right here. I know someone in my program that worked for the Coast Guard, and the ship he was on caught 2 Somali pirates, and I thought that was so cool.
Oh, wow. I went to a Somali restaurant today. Anyway, just a sidebar.
Yeah, no, Somali foods out here is just absolutely great, by the way.
Shout out, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I was like, man, that's so cool. He's like, no, and he was like, I'm like, no, you caught a pirate. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, actually, I didn't catch them, and it says a lot about the economic state. Look,
That's too logical you are.
you caught a pirate. I'm trying to have a conversation with a human being, not a textbook. This is cool.
For real.
It's cool.
Hola, have you been to French recently?
My mom has one of those.
The French.
I like mon shit, Michelle. It's very nice.
See. Real talk though, Rogue, I think the first time I saw your mom on FaceTime, my instinct, I was taking Spanish 201 at the time, was to say C. But I just saw him speak a foreign language, and I wanted to say C.
I've said that to people here before. Like, people ask me something and I'll be like, see, and then I'm like, oops, wrong language. Zorro.
Doo-doo.
Tuck away your valuables.
Doo-doo.
Hold on, I can do that.
Somebody stole my sister's jewelry.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my God. What have you done to Jacob?
This is the real me. This is
In what
not a
world?
joke.
Knowledge and reality
My eyes. Anyways,
of my eyes.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
that's me.
Scratch your ears.
It doesn't track
Okay.
my arms. My arms are in perpetual state of.
No, you're just tired, so your arms are resting, your paws, they're resting.
Yeah.
Right?
Your arms.
I think I have peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth.
This is me in a meeting early in the morning. Thought is
Morning. Loading. Sarcasm loading.
funny joke loading, just never loads.
Fart loading. I like that's how we both went.
Speaking of life loading,
Shout out.
What's going on there?
that's a shout out to the earlier activities that Jacob was part of.
We will rise up.
I am a queen.
Hashtag blessed.
Like, stay humble.
Or else you will be made oh, they're like, oh, look at take that, check you out.
No, I'm too pretty for you now.
Can I use
That just looks horrible.
I know. It's bigger than my head. I don't think this is the right.
Why would you want that there?
Guys. 2020.
Trauma.
Oh no.
There are people here who still wear masks. I'm assuming that never happens anymore in the US.
No, not down here. And Jacob, Kansas?
Here's what I would say. This is devolved into nonsense. Can I stop the recording?
Oh, this is delved right now into nonsense? This is delved into nonsense for
Everyone, we love you.